Here we are in the middle of the summer of 2011, 1 year before the presidential election, and the Republican nominee still unknown. In fact, when we recently asked Republicans nationwide, open-endedly, whom they would support for their party's nomination, over half said, "We don't know." They either didn't know the candidates or knew the candidates, but simply said they haven't made up their mind yet as to whom they're going to support. That's a pretty good indication of the fluidity of the race at this point. But let's look at it from a different perspective. Using our Gallup's name ID measure and our positive intensity, we can get a feel for at least the images of the candidates among Republicans at this point in the race. First of all, there's a group of 4 candidates who are doing pretty well. They have above average name identification and also above average positive intensity scores. These would include Michelle Bachmann, Congresswoman from Minnesota, Rudy Giuliani. We included him for the first time recently, former mayor of New York. He does pretty well. Sarah Palin and Mitt Romney. Now again, these 4 all have pretty high name IDs, 77% or higher, and above average positive intensity scores, with Bachmann the highest of that group. Then there are a couple of candidates who are in pretty good position because they have high positive intensities but still have average or below average name recognition scores. They are Herman Cain and the governor of Texas, Rick Perry. I say they're doing pretty good because with the low name ID, that means they have the potential at any rate, not the certitude, but the potential that they can increase their positioning if they get better known. That's particularly apropos for Rick Perry. Herman Cain's been out there for a while, and he doesn't seem to be able to move the name identification needle. But Rick Perry, if he decides to run, could in fact become better known like Michelle Bachmann and may move up, really up there among the leaders. Now there's what I call the penalty box. A couple of candidates here, Newt Gingrich and Ron Paul, who are very well known, but unfortunately for them have low positive intensity scores. So in other words, to be known isn't to be liked for those 2 candidates, so that's not very good news for them. And then the remaining candidates are down there in an area where I would say there is some potential, but they have not manifested it yet. Those would include in particular John Huntsman and Tim Pawlenty and Rick Santorum. None of these are well above average in terms of name ID, nor are they above average in terms of positive intensity. So we're not seeing much out of these candidates, at least to this point in time. Finally, this last measurement period, we included 2 brand new candidates. Well, I say brand new, they're new to us because we just included them in the tracking. They are officially announced candidates. Thad McCotter, Congressman from Michigan, and Fred Karger of California, who's also announced he's running. Both of these candidates, virtually unknown. Only 10% of Republicans know who they are, and their positive intensity scores at this point, very, very low. That's an update for you on the race for the GOP nomination for president. I'm Dr. Frank Newport, Gallup's Editor-in-Chief.